Hey everyone, so I'm going to give you a couple tips on how to work on these chest voice slides and a couple ideas to think about when you're practicing that can help you improve. All right, here we go. All right everyone, so step one is making sure that our slides are covering every half step in between our interval that we're going for. So if we're going for a fifth, we want to make sure we're getting everything that's in between here. So sometimes we get in this pattern of kind of separating them and we go, hey, hey, and we kind of skip through the half step stuff in between, but that's where the magic happens. So we want to make sure that we're really focusing on that slide all the way up and all the way down, and we really feel hey, hey, really feeling that slide and negotiating how it feels as you go up and you come back down. Tip number two, we want to make sure that we are staying consistent with our airflow. Sometimes what happens if we're having trouble at the top of a slide or even down at the bottom is we just kind of stop moving air as we go. So bring a little attention to that airflow and make sure that we have this consistent stream as we go. We're really feeling hey. It's going to help with the consistency of that slide, but it will also point out if you're feeling at the top where you kind of get stuck and we end up kind of if you feel like you get stuck in your throat or anything like that, check in with your airflow and see what's happening with that. You can scaffold it a little bit, try it on a trill, just to make sure that that airflow is moving consistently, and then hop right in. Checking for that consistency of airflow, number two. Right, tip number three, we want to check in with our tongue and jaw, making sure that they're nice and relaxed as we slide up. Sometimes, we get a little stressed in a slide, and that's okay, and we start to tense up, we tense up the rest of our body, and we start to inhibit some just freedom of movement. So I like to think about this kind of springy jaw or jellyfishy, I don't know, anything that's just nice and loose and mobile as we go, making sure that we don't kind of get stuck in a rigid holding pattern. So think about that jaw from the joint back here rather than from up here. And think about it just staying nice and loose and mobile, able to kind of release the sound as you need, as you ascend in pitch, depending on where you are in your range. And we just stay nice and hey, everything stays loose, airflow's moving through, jaw and tongue are nice and released, and everything's working together. All right, everyone, so tip number four is tracking the vowel. And what we want to do is keep the integrity of the vowel through an entire slide. So what we can do is refresh our idea of what the vowel is as we go. So if I'm singing an O slide on a fifth, going O, I want to make sure that I'm thinking that vowel O all the way up and avoiding it starting to become that sort of like nebulous shape that happens sometimes if we stop thinking about it. Where we get that O. We want to kind of avoid that and make sure we're focused on that integrity of the vowel we intend to sing, whether it's O, A, E, oo, anything. We want to make sure we're thinking about the vowel and refreshing that idea of the vowel as we go through each slide. All right, that's it.